In this vodcast, I have been assigned to primarily discuss the critical differences between the big budget approaches to using the internet for promotion versus the rise of individual promotions. I can do this in a number of ways. The easiest place to look for this subject matter is YouTube itself, which is one of the largest and most popular websites in the world and has no lack of promotion. It's everywhere on YouTube. Before looking into vodcasts on YouTube, an interesting area to look at is the channels which provides the vodcasts. YouTube is used by big businesses or industries, as they are also known, to appeal to its target audience through promotion. Just looking at the different channels on YouTube, popular channels are run by such industries as BBC Worldwide. The BBC is one of the oldest media institutions. In fact, it was the first radio and TV producer in the world, and they will always want to promote their various products, and it does this successfully on YouTube. If we look at the BBC Worldwide channel, I can see that it was created on the 8th of February 2007. So it's been running for almost 2 years, and at the time of writing has 64,953 subscribers, and has 3,579 vodcasts on its channel. And the style of the channel itself is attempting to look as professional as possible. Its background is a custom design showcasing images of their TV shows, and its style changes over time as well. For example, over the last festive season they created a Christmas-themed variation of their background. There is another channel on YouTube also run by the BBC, just called BBC, which has another 46,000 subscribers and an additional 3,600 vodcasts for anyone on YouTube to access. The fact that I've been able to discuss how much the BBC promote themselves on YouTube without even discussing the content of their videos is a clear example of the influence that industry such as the BBC can have on much of its audience. The videos which the BBC puts on its channel are mostly clips of its TV shows. Either of its two YouTube channels doesn't have a complete episode of something it has broadcast. This is because, unlike some channels, the BBC uses YouTube only to advertise its TV shows, and occasionally advertise the news of its TV shows. If we look at the video with the most amount of views put out by the BBC on YouTube, I find a video that has been added onto this on the 2nd of May 2008. It is one of the longer videos on the channel, lasting at 8 minutes 50, and has been viewed by over 2 million viewers. Part of its popularity may be that it was originally broadcast as a regional show and is only broadcast in a few areas of Britain. Another factor to its popularity might be that it features an internet celebrity, which obviously added to its appeal online. We consider that the show from which the vodcast comes from is a regional show, which can be assumed that it is expected to gain low ratings, considering it's only broadcast in one area of the country. Then through internet promotion, that show has now gained a much wider recognition than it might have had it not been on YouTube. We can compare this to individual promotions on YouTube. I find that a good place to start looking is blogs. A blog is used by many people on YouTube, and a majority of these blogs are audience members through negotiations of something which an industry has produced. If I search blog into YouTube, I find that there are millions of results. The top search result appears to have been produced by 2 young people, who for the first minute and 30 seconds of video talk solely about their website, and this has managed to get 17,665 views, showing that with a large amount of output of blogs, many people are now able to create an audience for themselves, and also they use sites such as YouTube to appeal to their niche audience. As YouTube is a narrowcast service, then it is easier for a niche audience to find products that they are looking for, such as simple blogs about subjects which many people would not be interested in learning about. I then searched YouTube typing in BBC blog and instantly found a blog which has been styled to spoof BBC News, which also appears to be made by a few audience members trying to recreate comedy from the styles of the BBC. This is not a popular blog and has had only 90 views as I write this. However, it still shows the capability in which practically anyone with an internet connection and a camera is able to show a wide audience their opinions and their own style to try to appeal to an audience. In an effort to show how that can be true, I'm going to talk about a channel on YouTube which focuses on gaming reviews, which is in itself a niche audience that can be found on YouTube, called The Angry Joe Show. This channel has gained popularity with several people I know who are interested in gaming because of the producer of these video vlogs uses over-the-top comedy in his reviews to get across his opinions. This style of content obviously has appeal to its audience, and as his highest rated videos are only 2 months old and have 90,000 views, these videos have reached popularity because YouTube is the only place to access these videos, and are now going into high demand for its niche audience. The last interesting thing I can find about audiences and institutions through looking at YouTube is the large amount of illegally uploaded videos on YouTube, which can be considered a renegotiation by audiences against the institution. These uploads are something which the institutions are instrumental in stopping, and often they take down many illegal uploads from YouTube. However, there is still, and probably always will be, a large amount of legal vodcasts on YouTube. Bringing matters back to the BBC, if I type the name of one of its most popular shows, Top Gear, I instantly find illegal uploads of whole Top Gear episodes on YouTube. They were only uploaded a week ago, and at the time of writing they have 16,000 views, which shows that a large number of YouTube users will watch illegal videos on YouTube. The BBC also has its own vodcast service on the internet called the iPlayer. This is very different from YouTube. For one thing, only the BBC can upload videos onto it, so it's totally controlled by the BBC. And here the BBC not only promote themselves, they offer audience members to watch entire episodes from TV. However, the drawback for audience members is that the videos are only on the iPlayer for 7 days. This can be one thing which leads the audience to seek out further episodes on YouTube, an unexpected consequence of the BBC promoting themselves on the iPlayer. However, the iPlayer also does a lot to help the BBC's image. The idea that the channel will still let its viewers watch its shows at any time that they want for a week on the internet gives the audience a feeling that the BBC cares about its audience, which can also be considered a very successful form of promotion.